The ingredients we have are 2 large eggs, 3/4 cup of milk, half a cup of water, 1 cup of flour, 3 tablespoons of melted butter, 2½ tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. The first thing we are going to do is combine all ingredients into a blender. This is a homogeneous mixture because you cannot see all the different parts. This is also a physical reaction because some things in the recipe are solid, turning into a liquid, such as flour, butter, and sugar. One substance, such as the eggs, take a big part in the recipe due to the fact that once you beat the eggs, they are now denatured. They can also be used with different things and are used as an emulsifier. Make sure to not blend the mixture more than 10 seconds. The reason we do not overmix is so we are sure not to form gluten. Forming gluten in the recipe causes the mixture to become elastic and thick. This will result in a thick crepe more like pizza dough. Next, we will let the mixture we made sit in the refrigerator for 1 hour to get all the bubbles out of the mixture. The bubbles in the mixture are pockets of CO2. Getting rid of the bubbles is a chemical reaction because during the resting period, starch molecules in the flour are absorbing the liquid in the batter. This causes them to swell and gives the batter a silky consistency. Any gluten formed during the mixing of the batter is also getting time to relax, and air bubbles are slowly working their way out. This is also an exothermic reaction because the heat leaving the mixture. The next thing we are going to pull out is an aluminum nonstick pan. We use aluminum because it's a good conductor of heat, and we use nonstick to reduce surface tension between the pan and the mixture. The reason aluminum is a good conductor of heat is simply because the way the atoms are rearranged. Next, turn on the heat to medium and cook the crepe. This is a chemical reaction because the texture and taste changes when the crepe is cooked. The last thing we are going to do is let the crepe sit and cool on the cutting board, which is a physical change, going from hot to cold. This is also an exothermic reaction because heat is leaving the crepe. Now for the whipping cream onto the crepes. The first thing you're going to do is put the metal whisk with a metal bowl into the freezer. This is an exothermic reaction because the heat is getting taken out of the bowl and the whisk. This is also a physical change because the only thing changing is the temperature. The reason we use a metal bowl is because it's a good conductor of a cold temperature. Next, we're going to take the bowl and whisk out of the freezer. This is a physical change because the temperature is slightly changing. Also, this is an endothermic reaction because the heat is slowly being put back into a bowl and whisk. The last thing we are going to do is mix sugar and whipping cream in a bowl. This is a homogeneous mixture because you cannot see the different parts. This is a physical change because the sugar and cream are just being mixed into a different form. Lastly, bubbles or CO2 are being made from the whisking of the mixture. This is how you make whipped cream. Now the whipped cream has thickened up, time to make a crepe. First, we are going to put strawberries. Then we are going to put the whipped cream.